This Diplo EP is just so... Ugh. It's just so, like, ugh. Ugh. I am a Fallout 3 character creation looking motherfucker, and I am here to review the new Diplo album. It's an EP actually, I don't know why I said album, but this new Diplo EP is just so below par. Like, Diplo is a huge electronic EDM producer. You all know him by now. He's been on a lot of hits over the past few years. And Diplo has been someone like I just don't have an interest in when it comes to that kind of music, kind of like Zed, kind of like, you know, a lot of the other EDM producers out there. Not that it's a terrible genre, but they generally just rinse and repeat. And this new EP isn't quite rinse and repeat though. I do have to commend Diplo in the sense that he's brought on some like modern contemporary rappers, some trap rappers, some R&B crooners. That is actually quite different from what usually you would expect from like EDM in the modern day. We have the likes of Trippie Redd on here, Dram, Lil Yachty, and honestly a lot of these features end up just doing their thing, and it's not really anything special. I never really cared for Dram when he first came out, honestly, aside from a few songs, so listening to him sing a whole song on this Diplo EP is kind of a earache, honestly. I don't think he's particularly great singer. I don't know. I like his oozing personality and his oozing charisma, but yet when he just kind of goes out and just tries singing the whole track, he loses all of that, I think. He did it on the Gorillaz song Andromeda as well. That track was only really good for the instrumental. But on this Diplo track, I don't really feel like the instrumental has anything to offer too. We got Santigold on the first song. She had so much potential when she broke out in 2008, and then even her album from a few years ago had some great tracks on it that went completely overlooked. I can't get enough of myself. Oh, whoa. Great tune, yes. But like, she just sounds terrible on this opening track, and then Lil Yachty comes and does his thing. Honestly, he sounds better here than he did on the fucking Lil Boat 2 album, Jesus Christ, but still nothing too special. Then we have Designer. Designer is on this EP. Like, how out of touch do you have to be to include Designer on your EP? Fucking hell, I called it from the day Panda got released that it was going to be a one-hit wonder, and everyone else did. Everyone called it. And he clearly was. No one knows him for anything else. And don't count Timmy Turner, that song was shit, it was barely a hit. And he is an absolute one-hit wonder, and it's clear why. This guy has nothing on the track. He sings terribly, raps badly, like, oh, what is Diplo even doing? Lil Xan's feature is alright. I don't really hate it. I thought I'd hate it because it's another Lil guy, and usually most of them just kind of annoy me. If not annoy me, they just don't do anything new or interesting. You know, he doesn't do anything special here, but it's probably better than the other features on this EP. But the best track is definitely Trippie Redd's track. I think his singing is honestly quite cool. I think he has so many inflections and variations in his tone that I just can't help but think like he's quite impressive. I don't know what it is with Trippie Redd. I feel like there's some potential in this guy that we haven't quite unlocked yet. But I see something in him. He's not a great singer, but yet he somehow manages to use his voice in a way that not many other like modern trap rappers do, or trap R&B like crooners do. Like, he does something here that I think is kind of cool, and it's quite a catchy track. Wish is definitely the best song on this EP. But considering this is an EP compiled by a producer, you would expect that the best elements would be the production and the beats, but these beats are honestly barely anything. They don't really fit a modern trend. Some of them are like quite, you know, obviously trying to be like modern hip-hop, but they're not really anything that would fit a trend in the charts, and they're not really anything that would go outside of it to make good music either. It's like somewhere in the middle, but it ends up falling short because everything on this EP really ends up being kind of meh, or less than meh, apart from Trippie Redd's feature. Honestly, this is just a throwaway EP, I don't know what to say. I'm really not going to recommend it, honestly. It's been good, some good EPs this year though. Raven Lene, Kero Kero Bonito, and Patawawa. Go listen to those. Diplo, honestly, probably gonna lose relevancy pretty soon, I think, because he's just not got the grips on this EP at all. Do let me know what you think of this EP. Let me know what you think. If you've heard it, I wouldn't recommend it. Just don't bother, really. If you haven't heard it, skip it. Listen to a Trippy Red track. It's pretty good. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, all that shit. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews and all that, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Have a good day.